Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Go, Reed, go.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Richardson going to change the play here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and 10, Taylor now. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Colts had 11 and 5 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
18, Rattler.
Now it's Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Claypool with another catch. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Stroud off the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Equanimous St. Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. Richardson on 3rd and short. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Richardson going to move him around. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Well, Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cougar 19. Ready.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Richardson looking to throw this. And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now they'll audible to something else. Stroud looking to throw. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stroud. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Stroud sets up the play action. Rolling to his left. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Texans. Equanimous St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Right there, hurt.
A give for Taylor running right side. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Come 19, Cowboys.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 25 yards that time. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
60 Vikings. Buffalo 18. Check mash. Check mash. 19 Lions.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Stroud. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
And Stroud now to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. It got his man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 33 yards that time.
19, right here. 19. Cut 19.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry up.
60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
19 tight. Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. Stroud eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Flushed it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quiddy Pay able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, Stroud. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Simi Fehoko from 10 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Go check.
On first down, here's Stroud. Looking deep downfield. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
60 Bison.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Pierce will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Stroud working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ready? Cup 19! Cup 19!
On first down, Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Caught by Woods. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Back to throw again. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off play action, Richardson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be caught. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But and the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Richardson to throw off play action. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they really...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now they'll shift things around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Going for it with Pierce. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. In this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and long for Richardson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Warriors 70.
5-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Equanimous St. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 3rd down and 10. Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
79 Broncos.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Powers through. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. And now here is another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Stroud now on second down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Stroud. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant